Hello people, how you doing? Paul in Thailand here. Hope you're all well. So, quick video today just about the cost of living here compared to back home in the UK. The first thing is, where are you going to stay? You need a house, apartment, a condo to live in. And here compared to the UK, it is so much cheaper. It is really cheaper. Buying or renting is cheaper. Now, I'll have to say first of all that for foreigners to buy land here in Thailand is very difficult. You can only own 49% of land, so that'll be another video that I can do later on if you guys are interested in it. So I'm going to concentrate on the moment today is about renting properties. So, well, back in the UK, when I go back to the UK to see the family and work for a while, I rent a room in a house, like lodgings, and it cost me over there about £100–110 a week for a room in a shared house where there be 4 or 5 other people in the house and you'll share the bathroom and the kitchen. That's about the cost of how much it is. Over here, you can rent a small house over here for about £80 a month. £80 a month for a small house. Most of the people I know are paying between £80 and £150 a month for a house. So £150 a month, you're looking at maybe a 3 or 4 bedroom house with a drive, 3 or 4 bedrooms, garden, and obviously the £80 a month is going to be a 2 bedroom, might be a 3 bedroom place, but it's going to be smaller obviously because it is cheaper. But most of the people I know pay about that amount, and that's anywhere in the country. You can rent places that are a lot more expensive. If you want a mansion and pay huge amounts of money, you can do that. They are around. There's condos in Bangkok, or by, you know, on one of the islands on Phuket or Koh Samui. I'm sure there's places, huge places, that you can rent and pay a lot more money for if you want to. But this is just an example of most of the people I know pay between £80 and £150 a month, so they're finding that really quite sufficient, the places that they're renting for that sort of money. So, okay, with that out of the way, now the next thing is food. Well, not far from me, just 20 minutes round the corner, I've got a big Tesco's and a Macros. There's also Big C and other shopping centres which are similar to Tesco's and Macros. There's a Thai version of them. And I would say most of the food in there, in those shops, is probably about the same cost as in the UK. You know, you buy a tin of beans, a pint of milk, a loaf of bread, this kind of thing. Yeah, I think it costs about the same. It might be a little bit cheaper, but it's not much. It's about the same, really. But eating out, you know, a lot of people eat out over here, and that's a lot cheaper. That's much cheaper eating out. There's so many pop-up restaurants that come out at night time. Once the sun's gone down, about 6 o'clock, 6:30, the sun's gone down, it's a bit cooler, people go and eat out. All these pop-up restaurants come up, and you can eat out. Depends what you, just 2 people, depends what you're having, but I would say about £3 for 2 people. That's enough. If you're going to have a bit of a big meal, you know, big fish or steaks and whatever, and a few beers, then, you know, that's going to cost you maybe £15, but that's like drinking beer and fish and steaks into like 3 or 4 hours of eating in that restaurant for. It's about £15. So I think that's a lot cheaper than the UK. Now, specialist foods. You get a lot of expats like me over here, and you think, oh, I miss this. I miss HP sauce, or I miss that. I miss certain things people might miss from back in the UK, and you can still get that. not from the shops, but there's people over here, other expats over here that have set up businesses where they import a load of that stuff from the UK, and you can get it delivered to your house easily enough. You know, you might pay a slight premium for it because it's had to be shipped over here, but you know, you can get anything you want. English mustard, I can't always get that in the shops, but there's a guy that can get it for me. Piccalilli, can't get that in the shops, but there's a guy that gets it for me. So you just make an order like that, and you know, you've got it. So there's no worries there about food. Okay, so the next thing is utilities. How much does it cost? Gas, electric, water. Well, gas over here, I've never known anybody, and as far as I'm aware, there is none of it in Thailand where it's piped gas. Come to your house like it is in the UK. I've never known of it anywhere here. Don't have it. Everyone has bottled gas, big bottles, like the sort of camping type bottles you might have. Everyone has those. And those cost a huge, big one, about £8, £10, I think they are, and that lasts us about 3 months for all your cooking. So that's £40 a year. That's all that is. That's for all your cooking. So that's really cheap. Water. Well, where I'm living right now, in this house here, we have no water bill because we're not connected to the government supply water. We're out in the sticks a little bit. But what you can do is you pipe down to the under the. I'm not sure how far they go down, but there's underground streams that they tap into. So we just pump it up from there, so the water's free. The only thing we have to pay for is the electric pump to pump the water up. And yeah, so but the electricity bill, I would say that's the most expensive utility bill that people have to pay over here. And that cost us between about £30 a month in the winter, which it is now, it's winter time now, because we're not using the air conditioning so much, it's a bit cooler, and about £40, £40 to £50 perhaps a month during the other months of the year where you're having your air conditioning on more often. Yeah, so I think that's probably about it really. That's just a quick vid on what it's going to cost you. Obviously, the other things that you don't have over here, there's no TV licence, there's no council tax, so you don't have any of that. There's none of that, so that's the other. It's cheaper in that respect as well. But just to sum it up, I'd say that here it's hot 11 months of the year, and 1 month of the year it's I wouldn't say it's cold, but it's not as hot as the other months, so it feels a little bit chilly. So 11 months of the year you're wearing flip-flops, shorts and a t-shirt, and 1 month of the year you might be wearing socks, shoes and long trousers. But I think because of the cost of living is so much cheaper compared to the UK, that it's just a bit more of a chilled out lifestyle really, because you're not stressing out so much about your money situations, you know. That's what I think it is. Anyway guys, just a quick video just to give you a quick one update, and you know, any questions about anything else that anybody else would like to know about, any details of anything, then comment below. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you like my video, and take care, and I hope to see you all again soon. Cheers guys.